Hi guys, it's Kaylie, and unfortunately, as you all probably know, David Bowie passed away last night or yesterday, and it's kind of bummed me out today, to be honest. It's been a hard day. I realize, he was an important person in the lives of so many people, so many of you guys out there are probably bummed out as well. To just kind of help myself cope, and as a sort of like my own little kind of tribute, I guess, I thought I would do a makeup tutorial on this look that is sort of my interpretation of the look David Bowie had in the Life on Mars music video. I happen to be wearing my spoopy Aladdin Sane t-shirt today. Originally I was gonna do the lightning bolt look from Aladdin Sane, but literally everyone has done that already. You can just like search on YouTube. There's like a billion videos showing you how to get that lightning bolt look in so many different ways. But I hadn't really seen anyone tackle this look. I'm sure it's been done before, but I just personally didn't see it. And it's one of my personal favorite looks. It's one of the first videos I ever watched of David Bowie. I'm sorry. But it's from one of the first videos I ever watched of David Bowie performing. Was Life on Mars, and his makeup look in this video, and it just kind of blew my mind when I was like, I don't know, 13 or however old I was, and he just looked like some ethereal alien creature, and I wanted to be just like him. So I thought I would recreate this look for you guys. And as always, keep in mind, if you don't have the exact same beauty products I do, you can just use whatever you have on hand. There's not really any rules to makeup or any art form. David Bowie is one of the pioneers that taught us that. So yeah, with that being said, let's get started. So as always, I'm starting off with a clean washed face, and I'm going to start with a primer. I'm just using Maybelline Baby Skin Primer. And then I'm going to use my Clinique concealer just to conceal any redness or blemishes that I have going on, because I have quite a few. And then I'm just going to blend out my concealer with my beauty blender. Next, I'm using Manic Panic Goth White, and I'm just putting that on with a foundation brush. I just want to be really pale and pasty, because after all, David Bowie's nickname was the Thin White Duke. And I'm covering up my eyebrows because for this particular look, it was an era where David Bowie did not have eyebrows, and I am not committed enough to shave mine off. And once again, I'm just going to blend out the Goth White with the Beauty Blender. Next, I'm going to set my nice and pasty complexion with Lunatic Cosmetics Mystifying Mattifying Powder. Next, I'm going into my Lime Cryon Venus palette, and I am going to be using this color called Creation. And I'm going to be using this to contour, and this obviously is going to be a very dramatic red-toned contour. It's pretty much just like regular contouring your face, but I'm just going to have it be really dark and extra dramatic for this look. I want to look really sharp and angled and sunken in, so I'm even going to contour under my chin and my jawline. I just want everything to be really sharp, angled, and go for that kind of androgynous look that David Bowie was so famous for. So I'm even contouring my temples here. Now I'm going in with a fluffy brush and just blending out and softening that contour just a little bit. Like I said, I still want it to be really sharp and kind of harsh, but we don't want it to be too crazy. I'm just softening those sunken in cheeks. a little bit, and the jawline. Then I'm using the Mary Luminizer from the Balm Cosmetics. And this is my favorite luminizer. And once again, this is a very dramatic, showy look, so I'm just gonna go crazy with the luminizer, use way more than I normally would. I'm gonna put it like everywhere, like underneath my eyes, on the highlights of my cheeks, obviously, on my cheekbones. I'm gonna be putting some on my chin, on my cupid's bow, and on the underside of my jaw, just to kind of help that jawbone pop out a little bit and look a little bit sharper. Basically anywhere that sticks out, I'm gonna luminize it. And I'm gonna do the bridge of my nose a bit just to elongate it and make it look a bit sharper, because I have a pretty round, soft nose. And I'm even going to do the tops of my brow bone, which is a little weird, but again, that kind of helps masculinize my face a bit. And there is the finished glowy look. Then I'm going to put on some Too Faced shadow primer, and I'm even going to put some on my brows. And I'm going to go into my gem palette, and I'm going to start with this beautiful cerulean blue color called Stormer. And I'm going to do kind of a super dramatic, kind of weird eyeshadow shape. I'm basically outlining my whole entire eye with this Stormer color. And I'm going to pull it up into a cat eye, and I'm going to color it in all the way up to my brow. So I'm even making my brow part of this eyeshadow look. And there I'm just connecting my cat eye to my brow, and I'm just kind of filling it in on the sides. I'm leaving kind of a gap in the middle. So we're making sort of like almost a little eye mask shape. Next I'm going to go into Rio, which is this beautiful kind of aqua blue color, and I'm going to add it in the middle where I sort of left that gap. And that's just going to sort of make it pop and give our eye look a little bit more dimension, so it's not so sunken in and dark. And that is what the finished eyeshadow look looks like. And next I'm using my Styla eyeliner, and the eyeliner for this look is minimal. I just basically tight lined around my lashes, but you can go bigger if you want. And next I'm using this glitter from Wet n Wild. It's really awesome. It's sort of like a gel with glitter in it, and it's really super easy to use. And I'm just putting a little bit of glitter on the inner corner of my eyes just to add a little bit of sparkle and dimension. And after all, it's a glam look. What's glam without glitter, right? Next I'm doing mascara, and I'm going to be using the Tarte Amazonian Clay mascara. And you can curl your lashes if you want. I'm not, just because, like I said, I want this to be sort of like an androgynous look. For lips, I'm using Pleasure Model from OCC Cosmetics lip tar, and I'm just filling in my lips with that. This is a really beautiful, like, pinky pearl color, very ethereal. And next I'm going to use Role Play from OCC Cosmetics, and I'm just going to dab this in the center of my lips, for a very kind of subtle effect. It's going to add just a little bit of redness. And next I'm taking just the plain OCC lip tar gloss, and I'm just dabbing it really heavily on my lips to recreate those super glossy, kind of juicy lips that David Bowie has in the Life on Mars video. And this is the finished look. I am a star, baby.
Put on your red shoes and dance the blues.
thank you guys so much for watching and spending some time with me today. Like I said, it's like a little bit difficult for me right now. Obviously, I didn't know David Bowie personally. I can't imagine what his family and friends must be going through right now, but that doesn't mean that he didn't have a major impact on me and on my life. And it's okay to mourn someone even if you don't know them, because they did have an impact on you in your life. And just growing up as like a queer, weird kid in small town Alabama and not having that many people to idolize or look up to, David Bowie and his music, his presence, his style, it meant so much to me. He was an incredible individual because it wasn't just his music, it wasn't just his fashion. It's like he revolutionized it all. He was part of a sexual revolution, he was part of a musical revolution, he was part of like a gender revolution and gender politics, and it's really amazing. And I will always love him and be grateful to him for that and all the influence he had over me as an artist and also as a person, and for other people as well. He was an incredible gift from the heavens, and yeah, from stardust he came, and from stardust he will return. Thank you guys so much for indulging me while I got this kind of like part of my grieving process out of my system. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate you all so much. If you haven't subscribed yet and you would like to, feel free to go ahead and subscribe. I'd love so much to have you here on my channel with me. And as always, guys, never forget that you are beautiful just the way you are, and to always be yourself. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye.